it's Julia and welcome back to Juilliard. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to make a whole miniature backyard build by showing you one piece at a time. So today I'm going to be showing you guys how to make a doghouse, and in the next few videos I will be showing you how to make the rest of the build. So to get started, I have this miniature dog that I bought at the craft store that I'm going to be making the doghouse for. So to start, I'm going to get some balsa wood and I'm going to mark 3 pieces that are the same height and length as the dog that I'm using. Then I'm just going to cut those pieces out. So the first 2 pieces are going to be the sides of the house, but this one piece that I'm marking now is going to be the front of the house. So I'm going to mark a triangle at the top of the piece, and this is just going to have that tiered doghouse look. And so I'm going to cut off the corners. Then this part is optional. You could just cut 2 of the exact same piece, but I decided to cut this piece in half to make the front and the back of the doghouse. Please be careful when doing this because it is easy to cut yourself. So once you have those 2 pieces, I'm going to take one of the pieces and I'm going to mark out the arch doorway. Then we're just going to cut it out. Then we're going to sand each of the pieces. Next, I'm getting some hot glue. You could use any kind of glue that you want though, and I'm just going to glue my doghouse together. So there is the base of our doghouse. Now for the roof, I'm getting some thinner pieces of wood and I'm just marking them. I'm going to have a little bit of an overhang on the front of the house, and so I measured that and I cut 2 of those pieces for either side of the house. Then we're getting our hot glue again and we're just going to be gluing the pieces on the front, making sure that the overlap is at the front of the house. And there we have our doghouse. Now you could just stop here, but I'm going to go one step further and I'm going to paint the doghouse. You could really paint it any colors that you want. I decided to go with a gray for the base and a green for the top. After that is all dry, you have your completed doghouse. Next I'm going to be showing you guys how to make the room that I'm going to be putting this backyard build in. So I have these message boards that I always use for the base of my house. I'll put the dimensions on the screen for the pieces that I'm cutting. Then I printed some wall siding, but you could also use scrapbook paper, and I'm just going to flip over and mark my paper to fit the board. And I'm going to do this for both side walls. I also printed out a door that I'm going to be using for the back door on this build. So then I'm just getting some double-sided tape and I'm going to be putting it all around the edges and in the middle of my message board, and I'm going to just peel off the back and stick on the siding paper. Do this to both pieces, making sure that the lines line up. Then I'm getting some cardboard that is a little bit smaller than my base piece, and I'm going to cover it with popsicle sticks or skinny sticks, whatever you have, to make the porch decking. Then I'm cutting 2 pieces of the same popsicle stick to put along the 2 visible sides of the porch, just to clean it up. Then I'm getting some hot glue and some little wooden pieces to put as the feet of the porch. Then I'm putting the door on one of the pieces according to how high my porch is. Then I'm going to use some fake grass and I'm just going to cut that out to fit my bottom base piece. Then I'm putting some glue along the edge of 2 sides of my base piece to attach the walls. I usually add a little bit of washi tape just to hold the pieces together. Next, we're going to make a welcome mat. So I'm just cutting a little piece of very thin cork, and I'm going to round off the edges. And then I'm getting a marker, and you can really write whatever you want, but I'm just making a simple welcome mat with a few dog paws on it. Next, we're going to be making some plants. So I'm gluing 2 wooden pieces together to make a taller wooden vase. Then I'm going to be painting some other wooden vases that I just got at the craft store to make little planter pots. I'm just painting them in a variety of colors. You can also use beads as great planters as well, so I'm just going to be sticking some fake foliage inside them, and then we have some very simple, easy plants. Then I'm getting some fake flowers that I got at the store, and I'm sticking them inside another little vase. And I'm just going to continue filling my vases that I just painted with different kinds of fake leaves and flowers to create a nice array of potted plants to put on our porch. Then I'm doing the same with these miniature tree pieces I got at the craft store to create a bigger tree. So that is the end of this video. I really hope that you guys enjoyed it. This is a doghouse that we made, along with this tree, these plants, another plant, and yet another plant. And we also made this welcome mat, and this is the little dog to put inside the house. I did not make that, but I thought I would include it anyway. And we also made this base that we will be filling up in the next 2 videos. So that is the end of this video. I really hope that you guys enjoyed it. If you liked it, please let me know by leaving a like down below, and you could also subscribe down below. That would mean the world to me. You can just subscribe and not miss another video from me. I hope you will join me again for the next 2 videos where I put this whole thing together to make a miniature backyard build. Thanks for watching. Bye!